So hi and welcome to another Tech Tuesday where we do reviews on gaming peripherals and other technologies. So today we're going to be taking a look at the Logitech G502 gaming mouse. The next Tech Tuesday is going to be taking a look at the SteelSeries 500 versus 700 gaming mice. So check out that one coming up. Let's get into it. I'm going to go through the tech specs first and I'll go through my pros and cons. Generally discuss what I think is good about the mouse or what isn't good about the mouse. So the very light tech specs here is the G502 has a tracking DPI from 200 to 1200. You can pick what DPI you would like as you would expect in the software. The maximum acceleration is greater than 40 Gs. The maximum speed is 300 IPS and the maximum polling rate is 1000. The length of the mouse comes in at 5.2 inches or 132 millimeters. Depth is 1.57 inches or 40 millimeters. The width is 2.95 inches or 75 millimeters. The weight of the mouse comes in at 168 grams with the cable, and without the cable it's 121 grams, though this is changeable via the weights with this mouse, which come in at 3.6 grams each, and there's 5 of those that can be added to the mouse or taken out to change the weight. The price that I found on Amazon is $64.99 UK pounds or $61.99 at the minute, but have a look around, I'm sure you can find some different prices. So as always, I'm going to start with the cons. So start with the bad, end with the good. So the first thing that I found with the mouse that I didn't like is the G8 button and the sniper button are hard to reach for me. I use a palm grip and my palm always sits against the bottom of the mat. And when it sits there, I can't reach the sniper button very well, which is on your thumb trigger. And the G8 button on the top is a little bit awkward to reach as well. I have to kind of overstretch my index finger. This might not be the same for you guys, but for me, this is one of my problems. My hands aren't that small. In my opinion, it's quite a long mouse. It makes it very difficult for me to be able to reach these two buttons. Now, if you use a claw grip, I expect you could reach this quite easily. If I overextend my hand and put it higher up so it's not quite resting on the mat, I can reach the G8 button and I can reach the sniper button, which you use for slowing down the DPI, but then I can't reach the G4 button at the back. The other reason why I'm not particularly fond of this mouse for me personally is the wheel. I think this has probably got one of the worst wheels I've used so far on Gaming Mice. It has two options. You're able to flick it to either a smooth motion, where it can freely spin without any resistance, which can spin forever. I found this useful for surfing the web. But when I was gaming, because there's no actual way of feeling where it stops when it's in free mode, it's unusable. The other issue is when you lock it into place, because it has two options, you can lock it as well, so it becomes like a notchiness. It feels very clunky. And this is because you can have this interchangeable switch. It doesn't feel natural. It's like a little piece of plastic stuck into the ridges and it feels very flimsy. I don't like it at all. Then it becomes a little bit more accurate, say when you're flicking through toolbars or through weapon bars or between your primary and secondary weapons. It's very noisy and I don't particularly like it. The wheel mouse is one of my real main gripes with this mouse. The other one is obviously the reach. The other issue with the wheel is the left and right on it is very wobbly, so you can push it left or right for buttons as well. And it just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel very well built at all. The software itself from Logitech, again, has some issues. I found that you can only set 3 profiles. So that might not cause you too much of a problem, but if you've got multiple games and it's quite a lot of buttons on this mouse, you're going to want to have different options, like for armor or for Battlefield or for Call of Duty. You might set different options for what you're picking up weapon-wise, or you might use it for survival games. And 3 profiles won't be enough. The other issue is it doesn't auto-select the profile, any of these 3 anyway, something like the EXE that you can map to within the Razer Synapses software. So a little bit of a problem there. I also find the lighting is quite limited on the mouse. It's only on the G itself. Other than that, the mouse doesn't light up. So although it's got, I guess, a chroma effect or a RGB effect, it's only the G that lights up. And they could have done a bit more lighting around the mouse itself. So they're my main concerns with this mouse. So going on to the pros here. This mouse, I love the ability that you have to change the weight of it. I thought this mouse has probably been one of the best weighted mice that I've played with. You can customize the weight itself individually by 3.6 grams, which is a great little kind of addition. So it gives you that kind of small additions that you need without being like too much. Some people complain it's too heavy, some people complain it's too light, but you can tweak this and make it how you feel you want to play with it. For me, the standard weight of this mouse is perfect. I found it really accurate, really precise. The tracking on this mouse is really good. It's good on both cloth and hard mats. So I was really impressed with that. I found that my shooting ability in FPS was really good with this mouse and actually made me change to it from a Razer Naga. The buttons on this mouse feel really good. They've got a real nice tactile feel. Some of the cheaper mice that you play with or some of the other mice don't really put a lot of effort into the side buttons. So although I have some issues trying to reach these buttons, I found the feel on the side, like the G8 or the sniper button or ones that you'd use with your thumb, are really well built and they've got a real nice click to them. Same with the left and right mouse buttons, they are really good. Another good option, and this is within the software, it allows you to set 5 individual DPI options. Now this is quite standard. Razer let you do this for Synapses. Logitech letting you do this. SteelSeries let you do this. One of the good points that I found with the Logitech software here is that you can actually limit how many DPI settings out of the 5 you have. So you could have 1 that you can select, and the button to select that is on the top of the mouse, just behind the scroll wheel lock button. And instead of having to flick through 5 DPI settings, so like you were on a tank in Battlefield and you wanted to flip between the really high sensitivity for moving the turret to your gun sensitivity, if you're using something like Razer, you'd have to go through 5 profiles to do this. On this Logitech software, you can literally just set 5 DPI settings, or you can set 2, or you can set 1, and it'll only flick between those 2 options or those 5 options, whatever you want. And I found that really useful. The other cool thing I noticed in the software here is you've got 4 selectable polling rates. And again, this is something that's limited. Most mice will only let you set 2 or 3. So the Logitech will let you set 4. The mouse cable length on this is really good. It's got a really good length, really good braided cable, good quality, no issues there whatsoever. And the other thing I found good about this mouse is the grip for the rubber pad. So on your thumb, you've got a rubber pad, and on your little finger, your ring finger, again, you've got the rubber to be able to hold it between your hands. I didn't find this mouse slipped whatsoever in my hands. It was really in place. So overall, this mouse is really good. I have got some gripes with it, and for me personally, it doesn't work. That's because of the reach and the wheel mouse. I just really do not like on it. I think they could have made a much better effort with that. Other mice have got much better wheels. This one really did lack it. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out the next Tech Tuesday, and I'll catch you all later. Bye bye.